Hey, what's up guys, Griggzy here, and this is another episode of my Redstone tutorials. I know it's been a while, I'm getting some frame rate issues, hopefully they sort themselves out. But obviously we're going to be going back to this. I know last episode was kind of just a catch-up episode, and it was also definitely a showcase for the new computer that I'm working on, which I will be starting a tutorial on after this. Just got a lovely lag spike there, but the FPS is back to normal. Okay, perfect. Now, today I don't really have, I'm not really up to date with my notes, you could say. Usually I have notes on what I'm going to do in episodes and whatnot, but it's definitely been a while. But you know, I'll get around to it. I think what I'm definitely going to do first is take these signs and set them all up, like every single sign that I'm ever going to need. Just like the amount of signs that thing's got, so I can like almost keep track of what I haven't connected up and need to connect up, you know. So we'll probably do that at some point. Well, compared to this guy, we've got a majority of the GPU that needs doing. So today we're definitely not going to be finishing a project or like a component or anything, but we may be kind of just touching up on different things to what we've already got, because right now we've got a system, right? I'm pretty sure that when we last left off, I could go like that, hit this and hit that. That and that would come up. I'd be able to click this off, go over to, where is it? Over here. And it would add it up. And then I'd be able to press this button. It would clear the cell if it was already there. Yeah, so I will quickly put a random number in here and just test that it clears properly as well. Okay, so we do have a bus that comes down from here that needs to be added, but also this main bus here. Well, no, actually, that is completely lies. I find myself more often using this function. So we have the external screen input activation and the main cell activation. Now the main cell activation means that if the GPU is on, so if I turn it on like that, if I turn this on and I go 8 and 4, no, not 8 and 4, what am I on about? Let's go 3. So if I put a 3 into there, the frame rate's really irritating me. I think I turn it down a bit. That would probably help. So if I put a 3 in, then in theory a 3 should kind of come up on this screen if it's all on. Something may have broken because I haven't really touched this in a while. Yep. Just a little thing there. Okay. So in theory a 3 will come up on the screen, so it just wasn't extended. So now a 3 comes up. So that is what I mean by main cell activation. And if I was to switch this off, then a 1 should come up. It's very touchy at the moment. Nothing completely 100% works, but a 1 would come up. Yep, see, like that. So that's what I mean by that. And then input activation is something that I really wanted to happen. I wanted that if the GPU was on and the input activation was on, once the adder had calculated its thing, that I'd be able to send it down the white bus down here, and it would also go down this orange bus. That's why it splits off from the white bus here. It'd be able to come down here, go through the adder, and it would not only display it on the screen, but it would also display it on here. And at the time, I didn't really think to use another memory cell. I think definitely working on the new advanced one, taking a break for a while and working on something for myself and the advanced one that you saw in the last episode, it's definitely cleared my mind about a few things, because this is all following I think it's Friedrich Duge or whatever. I said his name in the first episode, and I never said that I was going to take credit for the actual design of the thing. I was just redoing a tutorial that I thought was badly done at the time, and then trying to make it more like more easily followable and understandable for you guys who are watching now. because that was me at the time. I really didn't understand what was being said, and I couldn't really follow it. So I tried to make it followable, and that's also why it's taken so many episodes to do it. But it was definitely worth it. But we're going to be moving on to my own, my old, I call it advanced AOU, because this one is really not particularly advanced. But now I've got all of this off my chest, I suppose we will actually go ahead and start. Now, we have a reset all button, invert main cell, and a clear main cell information button. Okay, so we're definitely going to label a few functions, so we're going to go ahead and just zip on over here and see if we can read any that we don't have. Let's first of all definitely put left shift in and then right shift, just a little bit to the right from here. So we'll go ahead and do that. By the way, you can decorate your control panel however you want. I decided to decorate it like this, and I'll probably end up decorating this one at some point, because this one is actually the better AOU out of the two. Right, so there's them. They're obviously not hooked up because we haven't got them components set in yet, but I just want them there so that when we actually do, they're just there, ready to be hooked up. And it's also kind of like a mental, visual kind of notebook, you could say. Having them there and knowing that they're not hooked up is like, right, I need to do them type thing. We've also got next to the reset all, invert and clear main cell, the adder controls, so I'm going to go ahead and do them. First one's just the adder turn on and off, and then there's also the calculate memory cell 1 and 2. So for now I'm just going to put the lamp in, and I'll label it like so. And then that'll be the adder controls done, and then next we're going to have the GPU controls. So these will go here. So this one here is going to be the turn on / off GPU, and I'll just put that little reminder in there for myself, just to make sure that I turn it off whenever I'm not using it, because it can cause some lag. So I'm actually going to change this sign here and this function slightly. On the last one, it was save display GPU stuff using the external screen input activation. So that's the input activation is this bus coming down here when you click the calculate memory cell 1 and 2 button. Now I'm changing it to what you just saw then, which is save adder information to secondary GPU cell and display. So that doesn't mean save it to the GPU cell and the display. That means save it to the GPU cell and then display it. So that's what this button's going to do. And we've also got the turn on and off GPU, off when not in use to save lag. We've done this one here, turn on and off adder, calculate cell 1 and 2 information, reset all, invert main cell information, clear main cell information. These cells are all done for you, and these are all done. So we've actually got them two wired up, which is nice. We've got the clear main cell, the invert main cell information wired up. We've also got the main cell 1, 2, and the third cell. They're all wired up. The left shift and right shift are very, very easy. We'll get down to them probably very soon. And then the on and off adder and calculate 1 and 2 information we can link up right now. So, let's see how we did this. I think the on and off button has to have a gate here, so we're actually going to make a AND gate here. Yeah, I think we're going to make an AND gate here, and then we have to run a wire down here, and it goes up to these blocks here, which are going to have pistons above them. So let's just quickly check how I did this gate on the previous one. I think I literally just put a T flip-flop and then the wire ran through it. So, aha, it wasn't a T flip-flop. Okay. So, I had a T flip-flop here for on and off the adder. Right. So for on and off the adder, we're literally just going to put a T flip-flop behind it. So I'll do that now. And this is the same T flip-flop design that we've had the whole time of working here. So let's grab a few of the things that we need. So the same design. You should have this kind of memorized by now. I mean, I do. Actually, I don't expect you to have it memorized, but I've kind of got it in my head because I've obviously built so many of them. Right, so there we go, like that. And this is also going to have to run into a lamp there. So what I'll do is I'll have that going into there and then have some torches running up. Final dust on the top of here. And then that is our little system for the on and off adder. Done, the control. This has to be a repeater. There you go. And remember, this has to be a repeater because otherwise it will power it through the floor or diagonally. I can't remember which one it is, but power it through the floor. So you shouldn't really have to follow this. All you're doing is building a T flip-flop just outside here and then running a wire up and round, and so it powers this block and therefore turns on and off the light when you need it to. Now there's also one other function that needs to be built into this, and that's going to be another piston there. Now you might be like, why do you need that? Now I think, where's this getting powered from? There. Okay, we could do something like this. Right, let's quickly work this out. So it's on, which means this is also going to have to be on. Okay. First of all, let's just run this wire out. I think we can actually run it about this far without any interruptions. Yep. We'd only need a repeater there, but we'll do a block. Put that there, and then have this there. Okay, that'll work, I think. Apart from this is going to get powered, so we will put a repeater there. Okay, this works. That block can go. That's all cool. Right, okay. So that last one didn't actually work because it's powered from two places. I didn't really see that coming. However, I have worked out another one, like so. So this side is exactly the same. You've got that copied down, okay? And now this side, all we're going to do is run it out, put that same repeater there, put it into a block, carry it down onto a dust, and then this piston, instead of being up here somewhere, is going to be linked straight off of this redstone torch here, which will then go down and push this block down onto there. So now when this light is off, this piston should be on, and then when this is off, this piston will be up, and then we'll let this current flow. Now the reason we do this is because we don't want to calculate the cell 1 and 2 information if the adder is off. So we can only press this button and let it get through if this is on. Okay, if you get what I mean. So let's just quickly demonstrate this. Right, I've come up with the best design. It's taken me like shockingly long. I need to get like my redstone head back on because I haven't really been redstoning in a while. I've just realised all of this is made out of quartz and not wool, which has kind of annoyed me. Okay, so I've finally come up with the design. Let's go from this side again. You've got this side down. Now all you're going to want to do is bring this down into a block, piston block going down here. Make sure that you have this like that with another repeater there, because I didn't think that this could power it at the start. It can also get powered there, so you want that covered up. Goes into a block, then comes out right there, which will then allow us to go and link it up to there. So all I'm going to do is quickly swap this out, put that down there, and now I'm going to link this up to here. Right, okay, let's link this up. Right, okay, so once this is built like that, let's just give you a freeze frame there, and then another one there. This should be relatively easy to build, but just in case any of you can't get it, there's another one there. Okay, and now just link this up down into there, and then obviously we have to turn this on, get a lever, and do our lever test, and then go along and redstone it up, redstone torch it up, put another repeater there, and then that will power it all. Perfect. And let's just check one more time. This can be turned off and on, like so. And if we turn the adder off, this cannot be turned off and on. Okay, so that's that perfectly done. That's our two adder functions completely set in stone. Kind of. Because now we have to link up this input here, which will come out of there like this. And then this is going to go up to two sets of pistons along here, and I think once we have these hooked up I'm going to end the episode. But simply we just have to, I think it's here is the level they need to be, and we just have a row of 8 along there. Okay, so quickly before the episode ends, these blocks along here will have a piston attached to them like that, that when extended will catch onto them like that. You want to put a row of blocks along the side or on the top or some way of powering them, and then you'll be able to lift them up and put them down like that. Now you don't need these levers there, because this line here is going to go up to here and power both of them. So I'm just going to leave this out, and I'm also going to bring this down to meet it. And just to save on space, I'm going to do something like this, like that. That's a good point actually. I've just thought about something. You will need a good pulse up here, so I'll put. You will need a good pulse up here, so I'm going to put a repeater there and have this go down there like that. And I will also put one there. Okay, and now let's go ahead and link this up down to there. And then once that is done, we are ready for another lever test. Lever or lever. Okay, just dusting it up. Okay, that's all done. Now let's go ahead and test this. So the way that we're going to test this is just turning this on, and then this line will come on, and then we're going to keep this powered all the way up to the top. That'll power that, that'll power that, and that will power them. So now, when I press this button, these pistons will go ahead and retract. So now we have a way of turning on the adder and off the adder. What am I even saying? On the adder and off the adder. And we've also got a calculate cell 1 and 2 button. So we can now pretty much operate the whole system by just controls from the control panel. Now we have a few other functions like reset all and stuff like that. They need linking up. That will power the main cell and all 3 of the memory cells and just reset them. And at one point it will also reset the GPU secondary thing, which will be somewhere over here. But for now, I think that was a good episode to try and get back into the swing of things. To anyone who has been waiting for an episode, I'm very sorry. Anyone who hasn't been waiting for an episode and you're coming from the future, you won't have to worry about it. But go ahead and get on to the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Next time I promise we'll probably do something a little bit more interesting instead of talk and do a little function. However, I think next episode we might get onto left shift, right shift, and get them done, and then finalize all the controls, and we'll have a fully finished thing, and then we'll be able to start our GPU as a new project. So yeah, it should be fun, put it that way. Right, but for now I'm going to sign off because I've had to be quiet for some of this episode and etc, just for various reasons. But for now, let's not go on about anything anymore. Of course the rain starts. I don't even like the look of rain, let alone the sound. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Likes, comments and subscribes are all very much appreciated, and if you have any ideas or complaints, I said that kind of in a South African accent, if you have any ideas or complaints, just drop them in the comments because they do get read. My name, of course, is Griggzy, and I'll see you in the next episode, guys. A goodbye.